Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our regular podcast, Knowledge Empowers. As always, with you is me, Kat. 안녕하세요. And then we have Baruch.
Hello, hello, hello.
And we have Kolaj.
Dobré ráno. Good morning, everyone.
Wow. You have too much energy. I should have too much energy after coming from Canary Islands, but I want to sleep.
That makes sense, that you're tired after your vacation. You came rest to work. Came to work to rest.
It's funny because we did about, in average, I don't want to even say in average, but it was between 15,000 steps to 25,000 steps a day. And on top of that, we went to gym. And after 2 weeks, I was telling my hubby, gosh, my body hurts. Shouldn't we have vacation? Like, what's wrong with us? So exactly, come to work to rest. Today's podcast is a bit different because of vacation and deserved rest. We are only going to cover 3 fun facts, and you will need to wait another week for a topic. Kolachi, share with us your 3 fun facts.
Sure. So let's start with our worldview on assaults and robberies. Would you say that there is more now criminals in the world than it was before? Is it declining? Is it inclining? Is it upclining? Is it whatever, going up or down when it comes to any sort of crimes?
I know it's going to sound strange, but the world feels quite safe from my perspective. I mean, in terms of percentage, I would say it's declining. Maybe the number isn't lower, but the percentage.
I would say maybe it's the same. It's just that because we are now bigger, 8 billions, right? So in the correlation of number now versus, 100 years ago, I think it's the same.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's declining a lot compared to starting in medieval ages and going down. For the past 9 years, when it comes to US and UK studies or measurements, the number of robberies and assaults declined from 26% to 16%, so by 10%
nice.
decline. And in the UK, from 28% to 5%.
Wow.
When it comes to that, from all the, deaths, only 5% of them are caused by assaults or robberies or anything like that. So the numbers are really, really decreasing. When it comes to the global world, whatever percentage, I think that it's just like the violent deaths are created just like by 2% when it comes by another person.
Was there any reason given? Like, why are we becoming that utopian society?
Okay. Usually the question is vice versa. Like, why do I feel that there is more violence around the world? It was by the mass media. It's just that it's not happening. We are friendly creatures, I would say, and by having this option to now being exposed to more cultures and to more diversity and inclusion and all that stuff, I think that's why we are trying to be more empathic towards one another. Although some would disagree that people are less empathic. And it's just that we have bigger access to large amount of, TVs and stations and whatever. And we feel like it's higher. But in general, I think it's declining. Well, we know that there is now war in Ukraine, which, could be now a drastic change in these studies, because this was between 2012 and 2021. So it's not taking into consideration the past 2 years.
But 2021, now from 2020 to 2021, all of us were locked at home, and that can have a huge effect as well.
Depends on what, because, for example, there is still domestic violence, which actually increased during the period. So it got compensated. If you couldn't do the violence outside, you did it inside. That's probably what could happen. Anyway.
Number
So,
two.
number 2, we know where's the Great Wall, right, of China. It's in China. But where would you put Great Green Wall?
Green Wall. Isn't that
Amazon?
a supermarket brand?
Supermarket brand? Yeah, okay. Sure. Nope. Sorry.
I would go South America.
South America. It's in Niger. It's in Niger.
Okay.
It's a huge project started there, and it's spanning through, or it's going to span across several African countries, which are at the edge of Sahara, and they are building a wall made of trees.
So are they being built by Chinese?
Nope.
You mean like an artificial trees?
I mean, actually, there might be Chinese volunteers. I haven't checked that, so I haven't seen that. But this wall has 200 million of trees right now.
Wow.
It's spanning across several hundreds of miles, and it's supposed to actually connect one side of Africa with another. And actually, it's all just like, a huge span of trees, which are supposed to help with the deforestation and with the spread of Sahara. So they're supposed to stop it. That's the whole project, whole mindset there.
Wow.
I'm applauding whoever is building it.
It's really, it's a really nice project being done there.
Number 3.
And number 3 is connected to New Zealand.
I've been there.
Yes, starting, I think it was January or February, they stopped selling tobacco to anyone who was born after 1st of January 2009.
I like that.
So there is no more limit when it comes to, like 18. No, if you were born after 2009, we are not selling you tobacco whatsoever.
You could do it with more things, not just tobacco.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I remember when I was young, half of the teens were smoking because it was cool. But now when you look at teens, you barely see any, even in other countries, and we don't have such rule. So
I don't know where Baruch is walking, but wherever I walk, I see a lot of young girls smoking.
Oh, wow.
Really a lot. And I don't know why, but to me, it just looks disgusting. Such a beautiful faces, young girls. And when I see the cigarette in their hands, I'm like, no.
Right now, I don't see smoking that much. I see more of the vaping or different, type of inhalation. That's one thing. The other one is that I think that there was exchange of one addiction to another because a lot of people are now having TikToks, ladies including, and doing shows there, whether dancing or something else. So I think we've switched one addiction to another from going physical to going ritual.
But when I really go somewhere around high schools, I still see lots of teenagers. And as we said, it was time for vacation, so we deserve a little bit of a rest. And so with that said, guys, 수고하셨습니다.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye.
This podcast represents our own opinions, experience, and our own ideas. We do not represent any official statement from our employers, and this is not their official channel representing the company.